Hey everyone, welcome back to another one. This is going to be a reaction of Bill Burr and Joe Rogan on the Joe Rogan podcast. They're going to be talking about the double standards of beauty, which I'm sure will be interesting. Let's get into it.
You know, it was another good one. You know what the best ones? Like most of my friends, we all got busted for drinking and driving. The best one was a buddy of mine. They read his, and it was like, approximately 4 a.m. We noticed a maroon VW Fox blowing its horn, trying to pass on the right. We pulled the defendant over. After repeatedly asking the defendant to stay in the car, he got out of the car, threw his keys at my feet, and repeatedly stated, "Lock me up, I'm fucked up." And this was funny. Was my buddy was a good-looking guy, and the judge was a woman. And when the guy read that, lock me up, I'm fucked up, and he wasn't the brightest guy, and he just he went like, ugh. He like put his head down like that, and he was little pound puppy fucking looking dude, and she gave him like a lighter sentence, and
because he was good looking.
I think so. Yeah, I mean that all plays in. That's why ugly people are complaining so much. Like they won't take the time to develop a fucking personality, write some jokes, do what the rest of us have to do. Like I don't get mad at Brad Pitt. How come he fucking? Because he's fucking beautiful. I'm a fucking bald, red-headed male. I know where I am in the pecking order. And some of these fucking people who are complaining right now, who are mad that beautiful people get treated differently. I understand racially speaking, but you're not going to do the beautiful thing. And then that's another thing.
That's a fact of life. That's biology. If you're more attractive or you're just, generally beautiful, you're going to get better job opportunities. You're going to get better love life. You're going to get better whatever. It's preferential treatment because people are like, wow, that person is above the rest. That person just looks so good. It makes sense. And obviously there's a hierarchy there. Good-looking women get way more privileges than good-looking men.
Society tries to, they're the ones that fucking, I love when there's a supermodel, like, this is like an impossible standard of beauty to try and live up to. Yeah. That's why she's on the cover of a magazine. She's that level beautiful. Right. And you're going to try and sit there and tell me that was learned.
Well, here's the thing. That's only women. Because when you see Jason Momoa playing Aquaman, you don't hear men saying that's an impossible standard of beauty that we have to.
No, I just make fun of that fucking stupid.
There's no outrage over it, but in our heads we go, damn, dude, I wish I looked like that. Or that dude has so much time on his hand, he just lives at the gym. It's a totally different thing. It's more internalized, like, fuck, I should look like that. Instead of, like, going to the media and crying about it and stuff. It's just, that doesn't help. It's like, yes, of course, the women on the front of magazines like Vogue and stuff, of course they look great. They're on the front cover of a magazine. The shredded dude on Men's Health is supposed to be like the epitome of someone who puts in that much effort. They look great. That's something you can strive to be. Even though most people will never reach it.
Hang on. I don't care how much you can kick my ass. That is the dumbest shit. You should be on a fucking cereal box.
It's a trident.
For years, they had a problem like with Aquaman. It's like he's in the ocean. Human beings are on Earth. Like, what do we... Like, I have to see that fucking movie. What are they going to be? Is it going to be like Japanese people like finning? Is he going to save sharks?
He goes underwater. Is that his skin? Like, the bumps? What is that? Is that a suit?
Doesn't water get in the gloves? You think that would have to be all one piece, right?
Yeah.
That would be annoying as shit. Is it any worse than water in your gloves?
Well, look, it looks like it catches them, like a water catcher. Like, not just like water gets in the gloves. It's like a funnel.
Adjusting the audio levels, it looks like it got a little too high there.
He looks like a stripper at a bachelorette party.
He does. A good one. Like, you paid money. You got a good one. Guy dieted down for that.
Yes, he did, and he got all the abs. So he's better than I am. Oh, this is the fall look.
Dude looks good.
The fall look.
This is when he's in the Black Sea. You know what I mean? He wants to fucking
Gets cold.
yeah.
Did you see what's going on in the UK? The UK has banned advertisements that feature unattainable bodies. There's I
Jesus,
retweeted
the way he eat
I tweeted it recently.
The way they eat fish and chips over there, that's gonna be most of advertising.
Well, they had these ads for summer bodies. You know, you see a girl in a bikini, and they're now making it illegal to
Why
put those kind
can't
of
you
ads up.
aspire to that? Like
Well-
I look at that Aquaman guy that makes me want to go to the gym. I don't be like, oh, you know, he's got a full head of hair.
It's motivational, mostly. It's not like, oh, that guy shouldn't look like that because, or he shouldn't be celebrated because he looks like that. It's like, yeah, no, it's motivation if you take it right.
Look at like you got to make me feel better.
It's because the people that complain. Who are the people that complain? The people that complain are the people that don't want to work to be that lady. They don't want to work to get that
Right.
kind of a body, and they just want to not see it. They don't want to go to the subway and see a body that they're never going to have.
Yeah, I saw an actress complaining one time because the studio told her that she needed to lose 15 pounds. I'm like, you can't drop 15 to star in a movie? I mean, what carrot can they specifically carrot?
If you feel down on yourself because you're looking at an impossible beauty standard, it's because you know that you're not putting in the effort. You know, sometimes you're just born with an ugly face, and that happens. But, you know, if it's body shape-wise or whatever, it's just, you look at it and you're like, damn, if I put in half the work that person puts in, I'd be looking better. It's one of those things. It should be a motivational thing.
Some veggies in your diet. What do they have to dangle in front of you to go to the fucking gym like the rest of us? Like I literally, like, because I always say, oh, guys don't have to deal with that. It's like, yeah, we do.
Of course,
Yes, we do.
Aquaman
Like,
had to deal with that.
course.
What
I
if
know-
he gained 20 pounds?
Dude, forget about him. If just having 5 lines in a fucking movie. If I am north of 171, 72 pounds, the fucking tweets I get, hey, Billy Booze Bag. Hey, Billy Bitch Tits. Hey, fat freckles. All of this shit that I get, like I know, like they sit there and they're like they're acting like fucking preteens, where everything's about them and the whole fucking world gives a shit. Celebrities with their fucking political views is the funniest thing ever. It's like you're
Oh my
not
God.
you're not making anybody change their mind politically. I feel like I need a fucking.
You're just alienating half your audience. Whichever direction you go, you're literally cutting your money in half. It's ridiculous. I don't see the appeal. I know they're trying to like strive for something or like pushing a cause, but you're literally fucking yourself with that
Speak up.
stuff.
It's like, no, you can't have the spotlight on you enough. That's all you're doing. Because all you're doing with that bullshit is, first of all, you're alienating half the fucking people that are going to go see whatever the fuck you're in. And then secondly,
Bingo.
you're just getting on the radar of lunatics in white vans with 2 seats that are looking up how to fucking build pipe bombs. Like that's the fallout. It's like the Jerk when he goes, average run-of-the-mill son of a bitch, you know, when he picks Steve Martin.
The idea that a girl shouldn't be asked to lose weight to look hot for a movie is fucking crazy, because that's what you're playing. You're playing a hot
Right.
woman.
And
That's
there's
part of
and,
the
there,
job.
and there's
Certain way.
millions. Dude, everybody's in shape. I remember fucking seeing. I used to do a bit about this. I saw.
It's the whole point, right? Acting is like modeling. It's on your looks. And if they want someone who's hot and attractive and thin and whatever, and they're paying you a couple $1 million, fucking do it.
Ben Stiller
Or if you're not selected for that or even in the running, get to that point.
in Meet the Fockers or something. There was a scene where he had to have his shirt off in the pool. He had fucking abs in
Yeah.
a comedy.
Yeah.
Because you were seeing the influence of the fucking internet. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, you know, it gets in your head. People just fucking trashing you. Like, I already knew I was unsightly, but I didn't realize how many things that people didn't enjoy about me until I got on the internet. I was like, wow, I never noticed that about myself. So, yeah, I don't have... look, if somebody really has like a fucking eating disorder, you know, I feel like fucking obese, I have sympathy for those people. But if you're 15 pounds, 20 pounds
Well, it's
overweight,
not
I mean,
even that.
fucking... You know what? You drink some fucking smoothies.
These women that are playing these roles have to understand, first of all, that part of the reason why you got that role is not just because of your acting ability, but also because you're pretty.
It's like the girls at Hooters, right? That wing bar. you got to look a certain way in a fucking like cut off shirt showing the cleavage, and then those short shorts. It is what it is.
A beautiful face. You were born with it. You didn't even work at it. And then on top of that, you're supposed to be playing a beautiful person in the movie. They would like you to not be fat.
Well,
It's
there's
that
also
simple.
there's
That's not
also
discrimination.
there's millions of dollars at stake
Yeah.
that could be lost. So I always feel like your job is, even if you look like me, is to show up on time, knowing your lines in the best possible shape you could get yourself in.
If that's the role.
That's the even if I'm just fucking playing anybody.
What if you're Artie Lang? What if you're Artie Lang and you're supposed to play the guy that's smoking cigarettes and you're the brother-in-law that's drunk all the time?
Then your job's
Yeah.
to look that way.
Yeah, your job's to look
Yeah.
that way. Yeah, her job's to look like the hot woman that everybody wants to fuck.
Hey,
If they're telling you you have to lose weight and you're a beautiful woman, it's because they want to make you more attractive. There's not like discrimination. There's a reason. They want a better product.
No, they want to make money.
Yeah, they want
they're trying to make
want
money.
a better
Yeah.
product.
And,
Right.
I'll tell you another thing too. Like really, those both male and female, like those beautiful people at that level, it's like they're fucking aliens. Like I've done a couple of movies. I did a movie one time, and I remember it was a scene. We were in a car, and the star of the movie was holding onto the steering wheel, and I was like I never thought this ever about a woman. I was like, her forearms are gorgeous. I was looking at him like I was like, those forearms are perfect. But I didn't make me, when I went to Stockholm, Sweden, how beautiful the people were there. I was walking down the street pointing at guys with my wife going, Nia, look at that guy.
I've heard that before, that the people in the Nordic countries are just fucking stunning because of Vikings and shit.
Look at that. That fucking guy, like he's like an accountant walking down the street. He's like, does he know if he fucking came over here, he'd be starring in movies? And that's not all of Sweden, by the way. That's like just when you're in Stockholm. That's like their Manhattan. So all the beautiful fucking people. But I mean, I went to this went and bought like a magazine or something like that when I was over there. And the woman behind the counter was
Obligatory PewDiePie shout out because he mentioned Sweden.
like a fucking 11 here. But she was working at a magazine stand, so that was her energy. Like, hey, how you doing? I'm working in a magazine stand. My dream hasn't come true yet. And you're just looking at him like you could sign with who was that big modeling
Ford.
agency? Yeah, like that all like Cindy Crawford and
Yeah.
all them were with back in the day.
The Vikings. It's Viking blood. The best looking people. They went over there and raped and pillaged.
Bingo.
And all that good DNA is left there. They caught the best women. They kept them alive. Killed everybody else.
Bingo.
Oh, is that what happened?
Oh yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Makes
Vikings.
sense.
But like
That's why they're so big, beautiful.
oh yeah, no, they're super
Perfect
tall. That's one of the
features.
funniest things ever. When you go over to like the what do they call those? The Nordic and then Scandinavia is within the Nordic countries. I always have to remind myself of that. Like you'd go over there, it was the funniest fucking shit because they're so goddamn tall. There would be kids almost my height whose voices hadn't changed yet, and they had the mentality of like an 11-year-old, and they'd be like, "Mom, I want to," except they were speaking that when they were talking, and their voice hadn't changed yet. And I was just sitting there laughing my ass off, going, "These are like fucking, yeah." They were like everybody was like 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", like rail thin with their fucking European pants.
Yeah, man. It's just I would love to get over to some of the Scandinavian and Nordic countries eventually, but yeah, it is what it is, right? If you're paid well, super well, if you're paid super well to look a certain way or be a certain weight or whatever, fucking do it. And there's plenty of roles out there for people that don't fit that mold. You know, there's always, you know, the less attractive friend or whatever. But yeah, guys have that too. It's mostly internalized. It's either motivation or it's like, fuck, you know, oh, the dude is shredded. I wish I was half as shredded as that dude. But anyway, thanks for watching. Leave a recommendation down below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next one.